Stocks, interest rates, and housing, and how and what is happening right now, and where and what will happen in the future. So these are all big questions that a lot of people are asking themselves, and it's all integrated and tied together. And when we see that the stock market is tied to the interest rate, and the interest rate is tied to the housing, and then the housing is tied to the economy, all of it can create sort of like a perfect storm. So some of the things that we pay attention to, especially after a big event, which happened really actually yesterday, it was the first time in ever history that Easter Sunday was not celebrated in churches. And that really sort of held huge ramifications throughout the country and throughout the world, as a lot of people were really struggling with how and what they were going to do in that regard. So last week, a lot of people were bracing because they're talking about how we're going to be getting the quarterly impact reports from different businesses in different sectors of the world, and how is that going to actually impact us. And what that really does is it impacts the stock market. So when the stock market opened today, it actually opened up and fell again. So please understand that when we're talking about the stocks falling, it doesn't mean that it's consistently going down, 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 down. What this means is that it's going down, and then it's coming up, and then it's going down, and then it's coming up. So over time, it averages it out. And that's one of the biggest things I want you to sort of have as a takeaway when you're looking at some of this stuff and hearing some of this stuff, is that it's not meaning that it's going down all the way all the time. There is different times where it goes back and forth and back and forth. Is it lower than where it was come January or February? Yes, it is. But that can be an opportunity for those of us that are putting money away consistently into the stock market. You can actually have benefit from some of that. And for those of us that are constantly putting into our retirement, that's also a benefit to you. The main thing is that as long as you're not pulling it out or selling it off or trying because you need it, then it's really not going to cause you harm, because everything is indicating that once we get through this time and period, everything's going to be coming back. As a matter of fact, the housing numbers that were released by Freddie Mac, who happens to be one of the key people, it says Freddie Mac expects a recovery for housing markets in the second half of 2020. Now, customarily, we end up having it be where oftentimes many people will put their homes on the market in May and June. Well, that said, especially right now, I'm having a lot of people reach out to me about the different home improvements they could be doing as they have this sort of time where they're supposed to be at home, and what can they use and how can they use this time wisely. Well, the truth of the matter is that when this does end up happening, there's going to be a tremendous amount of people, because of the pent-up demand, really moving forward. And the other thing too is that according to the article, it said that Freddie Mac's to see an average 30-year fixed rate of 3.3 to 3.1. Now, that doesn't mean that that's your actual final APR. There may be a little bit more. Hi, Susan. Nice to see you. But what that does mean is that you are in a position to where interest rates are going to stay low. So one of the things I want you to seriously consider, and we should have a discussion about this if you are considering it, is taking advantage of this in the long run. What is your long run goal? So we just on Friday had it happen where we had a young couple who sold their starter home and bought their dream home. We have a dream home finder program. This was a property that was completely off of the market. We were able to locate it for them. The sellers were willing to work with us. So they put that home under contract and then put their home up on the market. So things are still happening. And if you're in a position to where you think you might want to take advantage of the historically low interest rates, take advantage of the potential pent-up demand, take advantage of some of the appreciation that you've earned over the course of the last couple years, then you know what? Let's have a discussion, because this is really a great opportunity to plan. And that's what I want to tell everybody. Let's act. Let's not react. Let's plan. And as we go forward with the rest of this week, we're going to be having more discussions on some of the ways that you can plan. And as a matter of fact, we're actually creating 2 different webinars. One is going to be on the 5 things that credit reporting agencies don't want you to know. And the second one is going to be on the 3 money muscle plans that you can incorporate into your life, so that this way you can take a potential challenge and make an opportunity out of it. Hey, I'm called Krista. OIC Real Estate Services, we're here to help you see your dreams come true. Do me a favor, share this information with your family and friends. There's so much misinformation out there, and there's so much speculation and so many questions and so much fear and so much anxiety. Please help me just be the voice of reason. People always say that I'm sort of a Pollyanna cheerleader, and I am that, but not at the expense of giving you accurate information. I want to make certain I go to the people that are smarter than me, so that way you get information from sources that are not just mine. And this is also a way of making certain that we're giving you the proper information, not just information just to be saying something. So as always, call Krista at callkrista.com. You can reach me there. You can also phone me, 805-620-7355. Our YouTube channel is Call Krista 1, the number 1. So call with the C, Krista with the K, number 1. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Help us get the word out, you guys. We really want to make certain that during this time, we provide you items of value. As always, have an amazingly blessed day. Bye.